And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever of a very, very long series. First half. This is me, Brad Kahar, aka Big Mocha, and my co-host.
Jaden Knapp, aka Jaden Props.
And this is our show. We're basically just going to be talking about sports. We're going to be breaking down sports in a little different ways and combining that with bets and props and stuff like that as well too. Because we both put up good sports bets on Prize Picks and Sleepers. So we figured we share our knowledge and share this with you guys. So this is here we go. This is our very first episode of first half.
Yes, sir. Many more to come.
Absolutely. So starting off though, first we definitely got to recap last night's Pistons and Celtics game and how my Celtics almost ended the Pistons losing streak last night at home because we just decided to play like hot garbage for the first half of that game. Did you watch that game last night? Did you happen to watch that?
Oh yeah, I did watch it.
That was disgusting to watch for the first. The second half was amazing. Second half was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but that first
Yeah,
half was gross. Cade Cunningham had 24 points, I think, in the first half, or 20 points in the first half. Luckily,
yeah.
he stopped playing in the second half for some reason, so we didn't have to worry about that. But the big highlight was that man Kristaps Porzingis, Tingus Pingus.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
I don't know what the hell the Mavericks were doing. I don't know what the hell the Wizards were doing or the Knicks were doing with that man. But the fact that he came over to Boston, he's putting up numbers and doing what he's doing, I love it. I love it. I love it. Marcus Smart, I miss him, but I take Tingus Pingus every day of the week. I'm sorry.
Hey, Drew Holiday too, Derek White. Those guys have been amazing.
Derek White is all-star for sure, maybe even MVP. I might give him a vote for MVP if I had one, to be honest with you, because right now he had a really bad first half as well. But he came out in that second half and was rip roaring the whole entire time. He ended up with 24 points, I believe, 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. He had a big block towards the end too. It was a great scrappy second half that we came out and really should have played like that the whole game, but we'll
Yeah,
take it.
yeah. I saw they kind of had Derek White under the normal first half minutes he usually gets. They're trying to go with Pritchard, and they got White in that second half, and that shows you right there. You got to have him in the game.
Yeah, but even the first half points that White had, he just wasn't playing like he was. So I think they just he needed a little mental reset. Not sure, but I mean, with Brown out, we definitely struggled a little bit, but we came back and we found ourselves, which is one thing that is really important that we were lacking the past couple of seasons for sure. Is just when we get out of games or if we get too forward and too ahead of games, then we just kind of take our foot off the gas and we just don't play like we need to. So that's the one big thing I like about having Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis is that we they someone's always got their foot on the gas. Someone's always doing something. Even though we had a bad first half as a team, Porzingis had an amazing first half. He finished off the game with 35 points. He's also averaging 20 points on only 12.8 shots a game. So he's doing it all under 13 shots a game essentially. And then the next person after him is at like 14 and a half shots a game. So he's putting up he's very efficient, especially in that post game. I've never seen anybody with a more efficient post game this season. So besides him, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah. I've been surprised how well he's fit into that system, and I think it's the Celtics year this year.
Oh, banner 18 coming up. Banner 18 coming up. If it's not, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. We're like the same boat as the Dodgers right now. We have to win it.
Yeah,
We gotta win it. There's no excuses about it.
yeah.
But with all the positive stuff on the Celtics side, the negative stuff, the 28th loss in a row for the Pistons. I mean,
What do you do?
yeah, I was
What do
about to
you
ask
do?
you. I was just about to ask you, man, what do you do? Like, if you're Monty Williams, the 28th loss, like, what do you say that hasn't been said? What game plan are you executing that hasn't been executed already? Like, I have no idea. I mean, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I honestly, my personal opinion is it's obviously not always just the coach. I don't like Monty Williams. I think they paid him way too much money. I mean, if he can't do anything with Booker, Durant, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Cameron Johnson, Mikal Bridges, all those guys, like, what are you gonna do with the Pistons?
I was literally thinking the same thing. The 3-1. He blew what? It was a 3-1 lead in the playoffs last year. Yeah, it was yeah. The Suns they yeah.
I
The
think it was
Suns
the
last year
players. The
wasn't.
players took him there. I don't really know if it was the coach on that one.
Yeah, but I mean. I was seeing something that the Pistons have been having like open tryouts too as well the past like week. They've just literally been doing open tryouts. So
What?
they're asking for any type of help, but it's not even I don't
Damn.
even know how much of it is the players on the Pistons because Cunningham's doing what he's got to do. You got Jalen Duran on there, who at the beginning of the year was solid, but then he's kind of averaged out for this season. I know he was injured
He's
too a
always
couple
dealing
games.
with injuries.
Yeah, so I mean, if he can get healthy and have them on the floor consistently, maybe they can develop something. But this 20, how many more losses until something drastic changes? Like, are you at 30? Do you taking two more losses and then trading people or cutting people? Like, what are you doing?
I don't even know, but I think Cade Cunningham could be a great player in a good system. But I mean, he is having to do everything, so that's probably why he's putting up a lot of points. But I mean, he's definitely showing that he's one of the next superstars in the league. I think Duran, he's good. I think Asar Thompson needs to be starting. You got to have a good defender on the floor. I know he gets in
Yeah,
foul trouble and everything, but not starting him and just lowering his confidence and everything. I mean, they won the first 2 out of 3 games in the year when Thompson was healthy. Duran, well, not healthy, but actually starting and playing normal minutes. Cade Cunningham, all those guys were healthy. I mean, they won the first 2 out of 3 games. I don't know what happened after that, but
yeah, no, yeah, because even last night when they had Thompson on the floor, they looked just a little bit like they looked a little bit more energized. Granted, they were energized and they came off hot the whole game, but when he was on the court, it was just a little something. It was a little bit more gritty. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It was a little bit more bad boy Piston-esque type wannabe basketball. I'm not gonna go that far, but they were trying to get there for sure.
yeah.
So I don't, but I mean, I personally, they got two more losses until I'm trading people because we got to build around something, but we can't build if we're on sand. If we're
Yeah.
building on quicksand, this ain't happening.
I don't even know what you do at that point. I think you just got to restart, but keep Cunningham, keep Duran, keep Thompson. Get rid of everyone else. I mean, all those bench players, Jaden Ivey, I mean, Livers. I mean, those guys just are playing ISO ball. They're just shooting up bad shots.
Yeah, I mean, and then and Weissman, you got what's his name? Killian Hayes, is that his name?
Yeah, Killian
Yeah,
Hayes. What?
yeah, he's got that. He thought that one pass that he threw last night when he went to go shoot that three and then just threw it out of bounds. Essentially, was just like, what are you doing? But another team. I mean, granted, them and the Warriors. They both are kind of looking like they need some help. They could trade some people, back and forth. Maybe not Wiseman
The
because
Warriors.
he just came back from there. But it's worth something because along with the Pistons, the Warriors are not looking like the Warriors anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like last night they lost to the Heat. Curry and Clay both combined for 26 points. That's I know Clay hasn't been doing a lot this year, but he's been carrying the team. So I mean,
Yeah, when Curry puts the team on his back every game, he's gonna need a little help some nights, and he is not getting any help.
yeah,
Not any.
he just seems tired. He seems tired. There's nothing you can do, especially Draymond getting suspended every other game. It seems like, and now no idea. I haven't heard any word about any potential returns at all either. Right now, I know that's still indefinitely. So
Yeah, also last night, Jimmy Butler and Kelly Martin were both not even playing.
yeah, and Bam didn't even have that big of a night either. He only had what, like 18 points,
17 points, yeah. He got a double
17,
double.
yeah, 17 and 11 rebounds. I think he had.
Yeah.
So I mean, even then, I mean, Bam usually with especially against without Butler in the game, he's been dominant. So I mean, for him to play not as dominant as he did last night and them still lose, it's like it's worrying. They don't have any big men. Their only big man, like I said, is suspended. He doesn't feel like playing basketball, I guess. I don't know. He just wants to box now. I don't know. I think he wants to go in the UFC. He's doing tryouts for UFC, I heard, or something. But what do you like? Is the Warriors like? Do you think the dynasty's over? Is this it? Is this the end of? Is this the end of what we saw of the Splash
it's
Bros
it's tough to say because they come out of nowhere and win. I mean, they did it 2 years ago, so
against my? I
um
don't want to talk about that. That was against my Celtics again.
yeah.
We blew
But
a 2-0 lead.
I don't know. I mean, Draymond at this point, I mean, you gave him his extension. What are you gonna do to Clay? Like, what are you
Yeah,
gonna
because
do?
Clay's gonna want max money, and Clay's not playing max money right
He's
now.
not playing like it, but I mean, does he deserve it for all those championships? What do you think?
I mean, for all the championships, yeah, but how are we building a team? Do we want more championships in the future, or are they just gonna Are they just gonna pay him out, and then once all their contracts retire or all their contracts are done, they're just not gonna re-sign him and then rebuild then? Is that what you do? You give
I don't
everybody
know.
the last hurrah and max out Clay, max out Dre, max out Curry, and then after all their contracts are done in what are we in 2023, so or 2024, so what 2030, and then rebuild then? I feel like that would be like not a good idea business
Yeah,
wise, basketball team wise. That's just
nah, it wouldn't
like
be.
I understand that Clay, they that what they mean to the team and what they mean to the NBA just in general, how they literally changed the game of basketball.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's time.
it's time.
It's time
I
to
don't know
go.
what you do though, but Curry's probably got, what do you think, 2, 3 years at the most? Do you just get rid of everyone else and just try and build another championship roster around Curry? Because I don't think you can get rid of him.
No, I think you got maybe 2 more years of left of him in his prime, and
Yeah.
then maybe another year or two of him being decent. But you got to build around him. You got to bring in some fresh legs. You have to. Steve Kerr has to adapt because he's been coaching the same roster essentially for the past what 8 years, 9 years. So anytime, and that's the word around the Warriors locker room with Poole, with Wiseman, when people come in, when these young guys come in and they can't play Warriors basketball immediately, it's kind of like they just get set off because they don't fit in immediately, so they just get pushed to the side. And that's kind of that's a coaching that's upper as long with the teammates, but that's also coaching. You got to embrace you got to embrace it. You got to just you got to change because I mean the league's changing around you. You guys changed it, but it's changing right back around you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But also, what do you think about the Grizzlies without Jaw? You think they're gonna make the playoffs this year? Because if Jaw keeps missing games, I mean, they're already so far behind. It's just
I mean, they're 6-20 without him. So just alone compare that to last year when they were 20-5 without him. I know it's under I mean, it's not really under different circumstances. Didn't he got suspended basically for the same thing last year. He's a freaking idiot. So, but he got suspended for the same thing there, but they were 20-5 without him last year, but they did have Steven Adams. Um, they did have that other center. What's his name?
Brandon Clark.
Yeah, they had Brandon Clark, Luke Kennard, but they're all injured this year, so that does play a big part into that. But
Yeah.
they don't seem like the same Grizzlies team last year, regardless of not having Ja or not. They don't got Tyus Jones, they don't got Dylan Brooks anymore. There isn't really, they got Marcus Smart, who I mean, he's not a tough guy, but he's a defender. He's gonna give you all he's gonna give you everything he's got every single night. He's a hustler, he does what he needs to do. But he doesn't fill that role. I feel like that Dylan Brooks did in a way, like an enforcer type of way. He's more hustle grind defense rather than standing at half court during warmups doing this.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, what do you I guess it's just a year to see who wants to be on the team or not. I mean, I don't know, unless Jaw, plays the rest of the year and they keep winning. I mean, they're 4-0 with Jaw.
Well,
So he
you gotta hope that Ja doesn't do anything again this season or this offseason because you saw that dunk the other day when he dunked the ball and then immediately started throwing up shots into the stands. It doesn't seem like he learns too well. He's not
Ja,
really.
please stay out of trouble. You're a superstar. You're generational talent.
Jaden's
Come
got
on,
your
man.
rookie card. He needs you. He needs you. He needs you to be good. He needs you to stay out of trouble. But no, that's pretty. I mean, that's it. I mean, with Jaw in there, they're 4-0. The 4 games he's played, they're 4-0. They have a 13-point differential, but when he's out versus when he's in, they're 10. What is it? 105 points per game when he's out, and then 118 when he's in. So I mean, just that alone, that brings you up an extra 13 points a game. That's a big help. The energy when he's on the floor is different. He hit that buzzer beater layup the other night, his first game back. So him being on the court definitely adds that extraness, but he has to stay on the court, kind of similar to Draymond, Draymond, when he's on the court, the Warriors are a better team, but he has to stay on the court.
Yeah,
That's the issue. Injuries are one thing, but the the outside of the league shit is a whole different.
yeah,
So
for sure.
that's what's gonna mess up. I think the Grizzlies need to what's the word I'm looking for? They need to be a little bit more stricter with Ja. I feel like they've been kind of letting him get away with things just because he's Ja, and
Yeah, for sure.
you can't do that.
That's what happens with these superstars.
Yeah, especially when you don't have veteran presence in the locker room either. I mean, you got Derrick Rose, Marcus Smart, but they only do so much. You know what I'm saying? Steven Adams, but he's injured though. You know what I'm saying? So
I haven't even seen him on the sidelines. I mean, I know he got surgery on his knee, but I mean, I
yeah,
don't even
no,
know if he's been there.
no, I haven't seen him either. I mean, before the show, we were talking about. I thought he got traded. So I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him anywhere. I haven't heard any news. So I hope he's recovering well and stuff like that. He'll be back at next year. Um, but without Jaw, they're ass. With Jaw, they're good. So Jaw just needs to stay healthy. He needs to stay out of trouble, and he needs to stay on the court. He needs to focus up on basketball and be the good basketball player he is, because he has potential to be one of the faces of the league coming up, with LeBron getting older, Curry getting older, KD all these players getting older. You got so many faces of the league coming up, and if they just keep getting in trouble and keep making asses out of themselves, then there's not going to be any faces. We got what, Jason Tatum right now, pretty much. You got
Yeah.
Jokic, who just won a championship, but he doesn't even like he doesn't like being a basketball player. But he is the best in the world, and he hates it. I don't understand it.
Can't leave out Luka Doncic too.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Luca is, I don't know, he's a whole different animal, man. And then you got the newer faces too, the rookies. You got Chet coming up. You got Wemby coming up. You got all these rookies too, so you got a potential there. But again, if these guys just keep staying in trouble, it's not going to work out. I mean, and then speaking of Chet and Wemby, those are two finalists for Rookie of the Year. Pretty much, it seems like it's just between those two. Um, I know Scoot Henderson said something the other day about him still wanting to be in it, but I really don't think his name's going to be popping up that much. But who do you check
He's
between
not
Chet
going
and
to be in
Wemby?
it.
Who do you got?
I definitely got Wemby. I
Yeah.
definitely got Wemby. I
See
mean,
my
Chet is playing amazing, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Wemby just goes in there. He drops 30 and 20 pieces. I mean, his rebounds, he already averages a double double. I think he'll end up like being 20 and like 11 at the end of the year with averaging like 3 blocks, maybe even 4 a game. I mean, he's going crazy right now.
Yeah, he just had 7 last night. He had 30 points, 7 blocks in 30 minutes. And he's 7'6", dude. And this is his technically not his first year pro, but his first year in the NBA is a little different. But the reason why I agree with you on Wemby, and the reason why I don't like Chet for Rookie of the Year is because and I guess you could say the same thing for Wemby, but he's just technically not a rookie. He's kind
Yeah.
of in the same boat that Ben Simmons was, where like you got injured last year, but then you have the whole year and the whole offseason, everything, and to develop under the NBA. You're in practice there with NBA players like Wemby. He was overseas playing professional over there as well too, but Ben Simmons beat out Luka Doncic for Rookie of the Year. So I mean, and then if Chet were to beat out Wemby, it'd be kind of similar pretext. Like I don't see him. He shouldn't qualify. I know why he qualifies for Rookie of the Year, but I just really feel like you shouldn't. Like, it's not obviously not your fault that you get injured your rookie year, but go after most improved, I guess. I don't know. What do you want? What do you
Yeah.
want?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Chet is honestly a great player though, but I
Yeah,
just
oh,
don't know.
absolutely. Don't get me wrong. That man's yeah, their numbers are pretty similar. I mean, Chet's at 17 and a half points, almost 8 rebounds, 2.5 assists, almost 3 blocks, and almost a steal. And Wemby's at 18 and at 18.8. He's 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal, pretty much. So they're pretty much there similar wise as far as points go, blocks. I mean, I guess Wemby's got more rebounds,
They
but
both had or actually against the Grizzlies, or Chet had 7 blocks and Wemby had 8.
those are just stupid numbers.
Yeah.
Those are stupid. Like once they develop more, that's means for quadruple doubles. They'll be dropping quadruple doubles. First
If they
player to
put some
average a
meat on
quadruple double.
too.
Yes. Yeah, they got to eat a couple burgers. I know Chet said he doesn't gain weight that much, but they got to figure out something, man. They got to figure out something, because imagine imagine a swole ass Wemby run down the court at you. Just a
Oh my.
taller version of Giannis, bro.
Yeah,
I'm getting off the court.
exactly.
Why am I? What can I do? What am I doing in that
He's
situation?
gonna win a lot of MVPs.
That's for sure. I honestly, I mean, maybe not averaging a quadruple double, but I feel like he could potentially be putting up a couple quadruple doubles in a game if he can
Yeah,
if he can pass the ball. Because I mean, he's averaging 3 assists right now, which for a rookie big man is, I mean, it's pretty decent.
that's solid. It's
Yeah.
solid.
So a lot of, I mean, shit, you got veteran centers who average barely an assist a game too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So,
yeah.
but no, I think they both have good. By I like Wemby a lot more for Rookie of the Year. I think once they figure out whatever they need to figure out down in San Antonio, it's going to look a lot better. I think Chet, that whole Thunder team, it's a they're a good underdog for potential. Not I'm not gonna say finals, but I'll say long playoff run.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
for sure.
if they stay healthy, and no more again and similar no more off the court distractions. Shout out Josh Giddey. But you know you got SGA over there. You got Chet.
SGA.
You got a team over there. They got a team. They got a and they're young too. So I think that they have a good chance of a long playoff run, and then maybe even in 3 years, 4 years, being contenders for the final. You know.
Yeah.
So
That boy
that's
SGA, he's top 5 right now.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. He's top five. He's top 10 for MVP, I think too. I saw on the list the other day as well. So, but I mean, I know when we played and I know oh yeah, and then last night going back to to the Celtics, Pistons and Warriors game real quick. So Derek White, that big second half, he cashed out for me on the picks. So I had Derek White at 28 and a half points, rebounds, and assists last night.
Yes, sir.
He cashed his second half. First half, he only had four. He had four combined points, rebounds, and assists. So I was getting a little worried. But Bam failed me. So I went 1 for 2 last night on that. Derek White he cashed, but Bam missed it by 10 or he missed it by a couple points. Yeah, he had 28 total.
Yeah,
He needed
Bam,
33 and a half. That's what he needed.
you should be dropping more than 17 against the Warriors. Come on.
Yeah, especially with Butler out. So, but how'd you do last night on your picks on your parlays?
I went 1 for 2. I'm gonna say it again. Prize picks, sleeper, all you guys keep putting that Wemby 2.5 blocks up on the board. I'm gonna keep cashing out on that one. I
Yeah,
mean,
you told me about that. They haven't raised it at all.
I don't know. I mean, on the books, I saw the other night it was a minus 125. So they usually, I mean, Prize Picks doesn't take it off unless it's over a minus 140. So they've still even had it on, but I got it on sleeper because I had Jamie Jaquez, that rookie for the Heat, over
Mm-hmm.
4.5 rebounds. He cashed out at the end. He got an offensive rebound, but he only ended up getting 5. He barely cashed out.
Oh, so
Um,
yeah, okay.
Forwards, they average like 8 to 9 rebounds a game against the Warriors, but he just wasn't really in the box that much. I mean, he
Yeah,
was kind of he was guarding Chris Paul like the whole fourth quarter. I was like, "What are you doing, dude? You're a power forward. Like, come on."
this
But
kid
yeah,
really on Chris Paul all night.
yeah, he was no, he was guarding some small people because like the Warriors just have a small lineup, so he
Yeah.
was kind of like, I mean, he was on the 3 point line half the time. Bam was jumping in front of him, getting rebounds. I mean, he ended up cashing out, but it was a sweaty one for sure.
Same that Derek White was definitely sweaty, but it was tough. But we got today's Friday, so we're gonna have better luck today. We got the free 6 leg Friday going on today. So we got the $20 protected play over on Prize Picks. So if you guys don't know about it, Prize Picks every Friday gives a $20 protected play out. So this week's protected play, for mine, I got Nicholas Claxton for more than 11 and a half rebounds. We got a
Cash.
combo square of De'Aaron Fox and Trey Young for 59 and a half points combined.
So cash.
That
So
one, yeah,
money.
that one is going to be a real nice one
I
because that's
love that
easily
square right there. I'm feeling great about that square.
they easily both can drop 30, 35. So that I
One of
like that
them's
square a
going over
lot
30. One of them's
for
going over
sure.
30.
For sure. Then we got Sabonis. I got him for more than 13 rebounds. Dame Lillard, I
Nice.
got him for 24 and a half points against the Cavs just because he's in his whole career, he's been a killer against the Cavs, and they got one of the worst guard defenses in the league right now. So I like him for that. Şengün, this might be one of my favorite squares too, is 10 and a half rebounds over. And then I got
That's a
Jokic at
good
13
one.
and a half rebounds over as well too. He last time he
Okay.
played the Thunder, he only had 6, but he normally averages I think it was 14 or 15 against the Thunder. I think last game was just a fluke, so I think he's going to be grabbing boards this game.
The Thunder give up so many rebounds. And you also got to remember that Aaron Gordon, I mean, he's going to be out for a couple weeks. So he's not even there.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. And when Jamal Murray was out, Jokic turned into a whole different beast at the beginning of the season, so I
Yeah.
can only imagine what's about to happen. But so
Yeah.
what's your 6 leg for tonight? What's your free 6?
All right, I'm going now. I didn't do the combo of Trey Young and Fox because I felt like I could have them as two different squares because I just think they're both gonna go off. I mean, both just horrible defenses. I mean, it's only a 1 point spread, and the Bucks have them at 252 for total points. So it's the highest game. There's gonna be a lot of scoring in that game.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be a close. It's gonna be a good game.
So I got Trey Young at 40.5 points and assists.
Okay,
That's my first one.
that's
And then I
cash.
got Fox over 30.5 points. And then I ended up doing also Sabonis. I did his 43 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, I really like his rebounds also, but Prize Picks
Hmm.
bumped them, so I just went with that because they don't have a good defense. I mean, I see Sabonis scoring like 25 plus, and
Yeah.
I mean, I see him getting a lot of rebounds too. I mean, should I have just went with the points and rebounds? I mean, maybe, but he also gets a lot of assists, so I just threw him in there. I
Yeah,
think
he's a
he
good
can
passer.
cover it.
He's a really good passing big man. So that's one thing that people sleep on him a lot. He's a really
Yeah,
good
for
passing big
sure.
man
He's about to be diming up Fox tonight. But
for sure.
that's the third one. So I did three from that game because I just think it's going to be a really high scoring game. So, and then I got your favorite pick. I got Sengun. I did his points plus rebounds at
That
34.5. I like
that one's
both
good
of
too.
them
Yeah.
though. I like
Yeah.
both of them. If I were to choose, I wouldn't just go points. Like if I had to pick one of the two, I would pick rebounds. But I like the. I mean, there's no one that's going to guard him tonight.
Yeah.
And
And beats
Bede's
that.
out. So I mean, and also Jabari Smith and Dylan Brooks are out on the Rockets. So that's just like he's probably gonna honestly end up with like 15 rebounds.
Yeah, I like the way Şengün's been playing this season. He really he's someone who hasn't really been talked about that much, but he is also really good as well too.
Low key, kind of baby Jokic a little bit.
Exactly. I didn't want to say it, but exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got Shea SGA. I got him over assists because he's going against the Nuggets and they just have a really tough defense. And he has played them already. I mean, he went 6 for 22 against them already. They're holding guards to not that many points, but his last four times playing him, he's gotten 7, 8, 11, and 7 assists. His assists on the book are at 5.5, but Prospects bumped it because it's a minus 150, so it's at 6. I still like it at 6. I think he's gonna get like 7, 8, 9 assists around there. He's gonna have to
Yeah.
be passing the ball a lot. Like he's not gonna be able to get good shots off. There's a lot of good 3-point shooters on that team, so I see him having a good night with assists. And then the last pick is Tyrese Maxey over 27.5. Just, I mean, his usage rate is so high, and it's the Rockets, and good guards go off against the Rockets. I know they have a little tougher defense this year, but
Yeah,
I'm liking
and
that.
with Embiid being out, somebody's gonna have to be scoring the ball majority of the time. So
Yeah.
that's a really good six leg as well. That's cash in. We both going green light tonight. Let
Yes,
me go ahead and
sir.
I'll change it in the theme real quick. We both going green. Oh, there it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how I like it.
So we're cashing out tonight. But and then
What
we
about?
have
Oh yeah, you go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say I was just gonna finish off here with our two leg with our combo two
Yeah,
leg.
yeah.
So we got me and Jaden combined on this one. So we got Şengün's rebounds for 10.5 over, and then Trey Young. Jaden got him for 28.5, but Price Picks bumped him up to 29.5. Very playable. So either way. So we got Trey Young and Albert Şengün. So that's gonna be the killer two leg, and then our killer six legs tonight. We'll go ahead and post that up on Twitter as well too later, so that way you guys can tail them. But
Links will be
yeah.
in the description.
Absolutely. Yeah. Links, all that's going to be down in the description. We want to thank you guys for watching the first very episode of the First Half Sports Talk Show. And we'll see you guys back on Monday.
Yep.
All right. Peace.